Hello, one and all, and welcome to We Are Not Wizards, where the magic is fake, but the D&D is real. My name is Chad Allen Arthur. Let's say hello to my outrageous outlaws.
What's up, everybody?
Rock and roll. I am so pumped. Let me turn the music down a little bit and let me recap where we left off. Last time we saw our outrageous outlaws, they were trapped in a room with binds on their wrists and ankles as a man with a fiendish smile and metal features was taking a bite of his meal. But that bite soon became fiendish as they realized that bite was not just a nice cut of steak, but a nice cut of human.
Chad, are you there?
Oh no, am I muted? That's not good.
No, I can hear
No,
you.
we can hear you.
Oh, good. Man, Eddie ruining my intro.
Eddie, you good? Can you hear us?
I
Yeah.
can hear you too, but all I see for Chad is a black screen.
Oh my goodness. That's not good. I hope the stream can see us. But you know what? I will go ahead and say this real
Try going out
quick.
and coming back in.
Go ahead. You drop, come back in. I'll go through the rest of this intro.
There he is.
There I am. Well, just like a black screen, everything was dark for all of us as they awoke to see these fiendish features of this metal and human-like man. As they see wounds of these people they just met, legs missing and tools to the side of their room, but luckily they scared off this fiendish fiend until they realized one thing.
Don't do it. Okay.
Not too bad. It's the nicer music. They realized one thing. That despite him leaving, the trauma had just begun. Igri, you look forward and you see wind chimes of essentially chains that are tying these large shells, human size. And you notice that these are the shells of your people, turtles. It seems that Judas has been hunting on your planet and has come back for a trophy. What is going through your head as you see these shells that have been turned into some kind of knick-knack or tchotchke that he's hung into his dining room, basically?
Anger, but still like feeling like I failed what I was supposed to be doing by my people getting killed, but knowing that the only way to make it better is to stop it before it can get any worse.
Of course. Now, I'd like to sort of walk you through kind of the details of these shells. A lot of these shells are changed from yours, your purebred turtle normal. It seems like these have been decorated to some sense, carved names in them or symbols of some kind. They're decorations. But it seems also these seem to be numbered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But not like checklist, more like a vintage, a year, like a symbol for a collectible. It seems like these were the order that these turtles passed.
Mm.
Give me an insight check.
20.
Wow, okay, on a 20, you start to realize that the numbers on these seem to be like a decoration to see their collectability. To give them worth, even though they have their own worth as protection for your people, they are the actual skins, or like it would be the skin of a human being. This is something that is part of them. And it seems that this planet that has sent other people to hunt for their own amusement is using these shells as sort of a trade. They're collecting your people and thinking of you no less than an action figure or a card. Something to think about. Needed a quick drink after that because scary thought to think you're to be reduced to just your physical features and turned into like some kind of novelty. But that's something to keep in the back of your head, that your people are being turned into a novelty of hunting. It's like having a buck's head on the wall. You look around the room, and there's not a lot left here. You know, you kind of got the lay of it, but to your left, where the wall meets, there's large double doors made out of a dark oak wood. It seems like it's obviously oak, but it's been stained black. And it seems to be the only doors here, but the rest of the room seems completely explored. Where do you guys go? What do you guys do?
Are we awake?
Yes, completely awake. The only person who's free of his bindings, I believe, at the moment is Ikri.
Oh god, my head hurts. Is this normal?
Roll me a flat 20.
12.
12. You are feeling the symptoms of your hangover. You know, of course, being a young teen, this is the first time you've ever felt it, unless Cassie Brown's a little bit more of a naughty kid than I realize. But you're still feeling that. And you're going to keep feeling that until you roll a number that I decide. We're going to keep doing, and that's going to be the number. What number that is, I'll tell you later.
Oh, I'm gonna throw up.
Roll me one more time.
Cassie, all right? I say it extra loud.
Oh, please don't yell. That's a 9.
All right. Still experiencing the symptoms of a hangover.
Oh.
All right, we need to leave. I mean,
Eerie. I don't think I can stand.
I'll take my stick and I'm gonna hit her in the head.
Oh, just fully pass back out.
Hold on.
I'm gonna try to like Hulk out of the bindings.
You're going to do, okay, give me a straight athletics check.
Okay.
DC, it's going to be, I'm going to do it with advantage on my end. 18.
16.
16, all right. You're not able to break it. You could tell that the chains aren't necessarily strong, but it seems to be that they're strong enough just to keep you. It seems like these are, they're of poor quality.
Sure.
But it seems that there is just enough to hold you back at this point. So there might be kind of another way of looking at these chains.
But I'm chained to like a wooden chair.
No, you're chained to a wall.
Oh, sorry, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Give me, Cassie, give me a perception check with disadvantage. And Emerald, tell me what your passive perception is.
10.
10, okay.
I got a 10.
10,
The
okay.
other one was a nat 20. Just letting you know.
Completely, I got rid of. Ooh, unfortunately, with disadvantage. You're not able to really see anything. These chains look cheap, but you don't necessarily notice anything strange about them. It just looks like the chains are a little bit plasticky, I guess is the best way of looking at them.
Don't worry, Emerald. I won't tell Paula that you just failed that.
I was just loosening it. I'm gonna try one more time.
Feel free. Okay, give me an athletics
I'm gonna-
check.
I'm gonna make it look effortless this time. If you want to make the DC higher.
Okay. I won't tell you the DC on this one.
All right.
Make it look
Ah,
effortless.
no.
Nat 1. Unfortunately, you are still bound while Igri just stares at you after he's hit Cassie Brown in the head. I just want to describe this imagery. We have Cassie just like trying to hold her head, just be like, but the bindings are too tight. Emerald just like struggling, and then like because he's embarrassed, like just struggling a little bit less. And
Yeah.
Igri just staring at you guys like, what are you guys doing? Come on.
All right, Emerald, I'm gonna help you out a little bit. I'm gonna cast Enlarge on Emerald.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay. Immediately on Enlarge, that's going to give you advantage on athletics check, but no need, unfortunately. The bindings start to bend and break as you start to see a little bit of a trigger on the side of the chains. Give me a perception check with advantage, Emerald.
Ikri, my head hurts now.
19.
More.
What is it?
19.
19. I have headphones and I don't know why I got closer.
I'll speak up.
Like, oh, this will help. But as it starts to bend and you notice the binding snap on your arms, you look and you see these plastic gears on the inside of the chain, and it looks like a trigger on the side. And you start to think of like novelty toys and cheap little, and they kind of remind you of the handcuffs that you get at like toy stores. That with a little quick release on the side, the bindings give way.
So, DM, I like to think that with the Enlarge, it wasn't that my arms got too big, it's that my ass pushed me so far from the wall.
That the chain snap.
Yeah.
So still
It's
chains on you. You notice
Yeah.
the triggers, but they have broken.
Yeah. And then I'll take them off with the triggers.
Oh,
I'll let that be.
yeah. I get through
Ca-
it.
Cassie, give me one more perception with a disadvantage.
Oh, that's a 2.
2.
Open your eyes.
I can't.
You-
It's too bright in here.
Yeah, completely unable to get rid of these chains. You don't notice the triggers at all. You're just looking at the sun. You're just looking up, seeing the light, even though it's a super dim light in the room. And you're just like, somebody get her a pair of glasses. Dark glasses.
Mhm.
Oh, oh.
Come on, guys, help the girl out. They're just watching this 13-year-old.
Yeah. Yeah, what she deserves.
Should we free her, or should we just get out of here?
Yeah, we should try to break her out. She's chained
Well-
up too, correct?
Yeah, she's chained up. Same way as you were.
I'll try to pull one of the chains like off the wall.
Okay, give me another athletics check with advantage though.
I gotta make this work. 26. I got another nat
You
one, though.
you pull it off the wall goes on, and you look off, and it looks like it's not even like real screws that are inside. It looks like they are just kind of these really crappy wooden screws that you get in another toy chest, or a toy that you would get one of those little wood chests, like wooden cars that you put together.
Yeah.
Seems like these change and everything's are more of a facade than they are real.
So after I take those off, I'm gonna lean down. Cassie, this is the only water I got. It's gonna help. It's holy water. You've been sinning a lot. You need this. You need some Jesus.
Spinning. Spinning. I was just
Real
having
quick.
fun.
Is that true? Is that truly holy water that you have there?
Only water I got.
Okay, all right, that's fine. Holy water. I was just making sure. I was like, huh. I know that you have something in your bag, and I was seeing if you gave it to her. Anyways, on this, you.
As I pick her up, I'm gonna lay on hands.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Go ahead and do lay on to try to heal her sickness, I assume, right?
just kind of heal her in general. I don't think it does sickness like greater restoration or anything like that, but
No.
Oh,
Maybe we're-
I don't have any. I have all of my hit points. If that.
the Lord is already with you, my child.
Who are you?
Emerald suddenly turning to God.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it makes sense being a paladin. But, anyways,
He's a Christian
I'm being
man.
about 10 feet tall now.
Yeah.
we see Emerald 10
I
feet
am your
tall. Cassie now free, but obviously trying to block the sun out. Igri free, kind of just chilling. Of course, in anger coming over him, but it seems to be, at least looking at Igri, seems to be able to being able to hold it back. But the only thing in here are these wooden doors. The rest of the room is bare, other than what I've described prior. Feel free if you'd like to ask how the room is. If you need.
Will we have noticed Igri like looking at the shells, or have we noticed the shells too?
You have noticed the shells. Igri, no, actually, you're too far in the room. Igri had walked forward,
Gotcha.
and because it was a dark lit room, was able to see it. So you haven't noticed them yet, but Igri has, and maybe he's holding that back. I don't know, but that is up to you guys.
Igri, with how Cassie's doing right now, I think we need to get back on the ship and we can tackle Judas later. I don't know if we're in the best state for that.
I can rally. I just need another nap.
I will cast Lesser Restoration on Cassie.
Okay, as you do, the lesser restoration works, but you see in there seems to be almost a flicker in the way that describe how your magic works for a second. Like when you go to do a lesser restoration, how does it kind of look in your head?
He speaks a little word in like in the druidic tongue, and kind of just waves his hand and touches her.
As you kind of like as you say the words, and in your druidic tongue, and you pass your hand over, you almost feel a heaviness in your hand, as if the magic is there, but changed. How it has changed, give me an Arcana check.
Arcana check. 14.
14. On that Arcana, you can't necessarily tell why it's changed or how it's changed. But you can tell that your magic has always come from a place of nurturing. You've always been the shepherd, a leader of your people, a guidance. But there's a shaking in your purpose. Now, you're a druid. Your magic is not necessarily based like a paladin's, where their abilities are really based upon their oath. So your magic is not gone, it's not changed, but it's something to think about, that you feel as if you have changed, and therefore your magic has slightly as well.
All right.
Now,
So,
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, please. I'm going to write some stuff here.
So, are we gonna try to sneak out of here, or are we all just gonna try to let Hulk here deal with any problems? What do we do?
I don't know how well sneaking I'll do. Let me rephrase that. I don't know how well sneaking I'll do. I say.
Well,
A
I
little
mean,
bit deeper.
I still have the ability to cast Pass Without a Trace to get us.
That's true. You are pretty sneaky.
Which if I do that, you'll lose the giant size. But
Give me an insight check here real quick, though. Igri. Actually, you know what? I'm going to say Cassie would do this. Insight.
Just normal?
Yeah, just your normal. No
disadvantage? Okay.
No disadvantage at all.
Do I have it with advantage?
No.
That's a 2.
Okay, 2. You don't feel... The only thing that you're kind of knowing is that in the back of your head you think you don't know anything about where you are. And assumptions could be deadly. That's the only thing you kind of like understand.
I'm gonna be honest, guys. There's a lot of alarm bells just ringing in my head. One of them being this light two of them being, I don't know if I can move without throwing up. I just really think I need to get a good vomit in.
Yeah.
And 3, if we would go, where do we know? I don't know where anything is. These were like kind of easy to get out of, so I think it's a trap.
Yeah, this did seem. I mean, I could have pulled out of these chains much faster if I wanted to. But I agree. They seemed pretty easy.
No, they seemed really weak. Like,
Yeah.
really weak.
Yeah.
And I just kind of do it because I'm obviously
Yeah. Well,
indisposed.
I took a
I
little
could've-
longer because I don't want you to feel bad. How long?
Yeah,
it
I
was.
could have gotten out of it easy. I just didn't want to.
Yeah. I get it
But they seemed really weak. You could have broken out of it.
easily.
Yeah.
I think my.
We'll tell Paula you did it on one try. And you ripped off mine. You ripped off the entire wall that also took mine.
I get. That's the high five with my hand. That's the size of a basketball right now.
Yeah.
Cassie, even in a hangover state, thinking, how can I set these people up?
She's always thinking
Just
about shit.
plotting. Just
Yeah.
plotting.
Muscle Goblin has nothing on this, and I flex.
You're right. She will never think about him in compared to you and your muscles.
Over here, Cassie says, I'm just having my pecs go up and down right now. I'm looking at them.
Ugh. Jesus. Okay, we are. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna sort of push for this. What do you guys do? You're in this room. There are things in this room that maybe you would want to make use of or not. It's up to you. I'm going to describe what the room has at your disposal. Of course, the turtle shells, Emerald, Cassie, you do not know these. But things you can see, I'm going to say Igri, Emerald, and Cassie can see everything I'm going to name. You can see the wall full of tools. These tools range from drills to sharp eating utensils to knives, butcher equipment. It's basically anything that you might use to dismember a body. That's the best way of describing it. Of course, this long table. When I say long table, it is massive. At least 12 people could sit on either side. And that's not including the heads of each table. So that's 12, 13, 14. You do the math. On that, as well as the 2 doors to the side, the chains that are sort of plasticky and terribly manufactured. All of these you can see, and all of these are at your disposal. So if you want to leave here, you're going to need a game plan. So what do you guys do?
All right. Well, do we want to get back to the ship, or do we want to go after Judas?
I don't know. I don't think I can really shoot straight right now.
Well, now we know he's here. I think it might be best if we regroup and attack him more on our own terms. I think we're at a disadvantage here.
I think so too. I mean, I was going to do this earlier, go up to that room and throw a grenade just at all of his friends up there. We do that and then run.
We could do that. You know, we could take something kind of motorized or galloping and throw the grenade as we drive by. I've heard that term before.
I think that would be cool, like riding off with flames in the distance.
Yeah,
Like one of those Hollywood movies.
exactly. What do you think, Igri? Should we go after him or get out of here?
Get out of here for now. 'Cause,
Okay.
I mean,
Do you think we need to be stealthy about it, or do you think we can barge out of here?
we can get out of here. If you got a way, I got a way.
Let's be stealthy about it. But before we go, do we see the door that Judas walked out of?
Yes, it's the only door in this room. It's 2 double doors, oak, that are stained darker, almost black.
So never mind. Never mind. Yeah, I think if we go, we gotta sneak up. If we want to do that, sneak up to the room, throw it in, then sneak out. I think being sneaky, as the sneakiest person in this party, would be really beneficial.
Cassie, roll me a nat 20.
A nat 20?
If you ain't roll a nat 20, you are completely sober right here. But if you roll the number I need, you will be somewhat sober.
17?
17.
That's pretty good.
Ready? Okay.
You got a nat 20, didn't you?
No, I didn't get a nat 20. You feel a little bit less heavy as I rolled a 17, matching your number. You, the clarity's coming back. You still have a bit of a headache. You're not 100%, but you do feel less. You feel less sick. Best way of describing it.
Okay, guys. Just let me breathe for a little bit, and I think I'll be good to go. I'll be good to go.
You just gotta get that puke out of you.
I know.
Cassie, do you want to scout ahead?
I pulled the decomposing bug head out of my bag and showed it to her to get her to puke.
Immediately works. You're completely sober.
Oh, okay. I'm good now. I'm good.
See?
Um,
The hangover's gone.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, we can. Do we need a scout, or we're just gonna go all as one?
You?
Well, we want to sneak. You might want to be a few feet in front of me. That'll be easy to see around corners.
I'm gonna push for a move.
I'll come to.
Are we just sneaking out? Is that the
Yeah,
plan?
let's just sneak out of here.
Yeah.
And throw a grenade. Let's
Should
throw the
we?
grenade somewhere. Let's get almost out of here and throw it. Let's just throw it wherever you want, Cassie.
Okay.
All right, Mom. Okay, I'm gonna roll here. Depending on my roll, that's the person who decides what you guys are gonna do. Emerald, what are you guys doing? You've made the plan.
I kick open the door.
You kick open the door. The moment you kick open the door, no athletics roll. The hinges fall off.
Hell yeah.
As you look to the side and you see that these doors have recently been put on, and they've been put on hastily. As you look down, the rest of this hall looks a little bit different. The blood walls that you had seen before now are more cream, almost soothing. Now, the carpet still has a red into it, but it looks like an old red. You feel the word on the tip of, right at the top of your head, but you can't really, in this moment, you can't know it. But you see this red carpet, cream walls, and doors. About every 5 feet, maybe a little bit less, and each door has a number on it. You're seeing 522, 521, 520.
All right, now that I got this door open, we can sneak out here.
I'm gonna. Whenever he kicks it out and walks out, I'm gonna do like a front row behind him and cast Shillelagh on my stick and look around like there's something out there.
What's your passive perception?
Hell yeah.
17.
17. On that, you roll out. You see one of the doors slightly ajar.
Is it?
As you look to the side, it looks like a key card insert on the door handle.
Guys, I have to take a detour.
All right.
All right, let's go.
Just be ready to run when
I'm gonna
you.
I'm gonna do like Emerald and I'm gonna kick that door open.
It's stealthy.
as you kick that door that was already open, it boom flies forward, and the hinges on this one seem a little bit better. It flies forward, hits a wall, and then flies right back and closes.
There ain't
Does it
nothing
say
in there.
584?
It does say a number. This one says 5. Does not say 584. It says 522.
Oh.
There ain't nothing in there. We can keep going. I got it. Emerald, if you want to go ahead.
I need to take a detour. You guys get ready to run as soon as you hear it,
All right.
and
All right.
you'll know.
Give me one more passive perception, Igri.
Passive perception,
Yeah. Oh, sorry, not passive perception. Just what's your passive perception?
17.
17.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous.
To your left, as you notice all these doors, without numbers. You notice another door. This door does not have anything on it. It does not have a key card. Looks like it's a very simple lock. So I'm going to do that. Cassie, you wanted to take a detour. So I'm going to say that you, at this point, have the opportunity to separate from the party. Now, they can follow you if they wish. You're not, I don't think you can't sneak away. It's not possible.
No.
But you can dip if you want to dip.
Guys, I gotta go take care of some business in 584.
You guys go to 584.
All right.
Get that door unlocked.
Kick it, Emerald. This one right here.
I kicked that one down.
My legs are too short.
Emerald kicks
I
the door.
really kick it, but I just need it because I'm just too big at this point.
Just it splinters. The door
Yeah.
goes away. As you walk in, you see. Give me a perception check, Emerald.
Ooh, 15.
15's pretty
Not
good.
bad.
Igri, I'm going to describe to you what you saw when you kicked the other door. Okay? You saw two beds, very close together, about 3 feet apart. As you walk in, you see another door to the side that looks like it leads to a small side room into this already very small room. Adjacent to these two beds, there seems to be what looks to be a table, maybe a desk of sort with some key cards to the side, and then a television that is directed at both of the beds. There's lamps on both sides of those beds that you saw. Now, you saw this in a brief second, so I'm going to also ask for a history check to see if you can remember the very minute details that what you just saw.
11.
11. No, you do not. Emerald, you see another room. This room is similar to the one that Igri saw, but you didn't see this room. This is something he will have to relate to you if he chooses to relate to you.
Okay.
But you see a different kind of room. Okay? You see a room with one bed that's pushed all the way to the corner that looks like it's been turned facing the wall. So the head of the bed is actually right beside the door, while
Okay.
the foot of the bed is pressed up against it, pressed into a corner. Okay? And that's when you go in and you look to the right. You also see a table in the middle of this room. Looks like there's been chairs and stuff like that. On it, you see a few things. You see a collection of drugs and weapons, simple firearms, as
Oh,
well
yeah.
as a map.
I take
As
it.
well, you go ahead and take it all.
Everything. Not even seeing what the rest is. I take
Okay,
it.
go ahead. Go ahead and add a cache of resin into your items list,
Oh no.
as well as 2 laser pistols.
Nice.
And I will describe what you see on the map. And this is going to be map of. When you add this to your, go ahead and add those. Tell me when you're ready to the name to add to this on your items list.
Yep, map of.
It's called the map of the Dwarven world.
Now, did it look like they kept it as an intact map, or are they using it as rolling paper?
It seems to be more so. It's been put and placed on, and it almost looks like it's a like a table cover that they're
Okay.
just like doing, and they have like the drugs there
Ah,
as well
so
as
they're,
the
like,
guns.
stains from not having coasters on it, like water rings.
There's definitely it's water rings would not be the best way. It seems like there's almost like burns in it. It seems
Gotcha.
that as the resin kind of like slipped out, it burned into it. Give me, Igri, are you in this room or are you still in the hallway?
If he walked in, I could have like turned my back to him and like walked backwards, watching behind us.
Both of you give me an investigation check.
Oh,
DC 15 at the highest, but you have opportunities to get other things.
14.
Ooh, 19.
14? 19. Okay. So
Inquisitive giant.
Sees
I'm going to
everything.
Yeah,
I'm
I
going
have
to say,
such good visibility of everything.
Emerald, as you kind of like go over to this table and collect the drugs, at the corner of your eye, you see what looks to be a box. Not small, it almost looks like a trunk underneath the bed. Igri, there is a bookshelf. Very simple bookshelf. Has a couple of books on it, but you see on the bottom there are these scuffs that look like it's been pulled from the wall. Before you guys kind of go there, Cassie, what room do we find you at?
We're outside 584, baby.
You see this room. The door is the same as all the other doors you've seen, but you see the number 584 right there. You kind of press your ear to, well, do you press your ear to the wall? You don't have to. The
Yep.
door, that is. You press it, you hear some talking, you hear some glasses clinking, but give me a perception check. DC 10.
15.
15. You're able to hear a very distinct sound. The shuffling of cards and chips moving across the table. Now, it's not like, a poker table usually has felt on it. It seems like this is like a wooden table, so the sound is a little bit louder than what you would hear on felt.
Oh, I just had a very intrusive thought. Oh my god.
Tell me, come on, let's hear this intrusive thought. No. Miss Hangover Girl.
Cassie is not gonna think about this, but Delaney is thinking, oh my god, what if she throws the grenade in there and Brad Knightley is in there?
Possibly. It could be.
How quickly do you think I can do a scan of the room before I throw the grenade?
To look in
Without
there,
having people attack me.
essentially open the room. You're going to need a second. They would pull their weapons on you in the same moment that you have a check. So they would get some form of shot at you, but they would all be at disadvantage because you would have the grenade primed and ready to throw. You could do that quick scan, but it will also give me a flat D20. I'm going to give this to you. I'm going to say that there are basically just give me a flat D20. Let's see what you roll.
15.
15. I'm not going to give you any advice. I was going to give you advice on this one, but I'm not. So choose how you want to approach this.
I'm going to swipe my card and try to see if I can be stealthy about it so they don't see me. Or is it,
Okay.
if I see that if I swipe the card and I open it, it's just an open room of people, I'm going to do that scan. But if I see that it's empty and it leads somewhere else, I'm just going to try to stealth around corners.
Got it. You swipe your card. You hear a as you do, and then a bing as you see a green light appear on the tiny little screen. You open the door, correct?
Yeah.
As you open the door and hear the creak, you see many men here. Seems to be a couple larger men sitting at a table. Some skinny guys there wearing gold chains. And then behind these men seem to be larger, more intimidating individuals. At the table, you see cards and chips. But what is more interesting is the pile of credits sitting in the middle. You have a moment here, and I'm going to push you to make a decision now.
Do I recognize anyone in the room?
No.
Oh, I know he can change. Okay, I'm not gonna throw the grenade. I see the coins. I see the credits. And I just sidle up to the table.
Okay, you go in.
What the heck? You're gonna die.
Grenade to the side.
I leave the door cracked though.
You leave the door cracked as a large man goes in. As you leave the door cracked, you start to hear. Give me. What's your passive perception? 10? Is that what you said it was before?
Yeah.
Okay. As you go to sit at the table, you hear one of these burly men go, "Oi, I don't recognize you. How old are you?"
I get up my fake ID. Says I'm 21 right here. Just a
Now,
little
let me
small
s-
for my age.
Let me see it.
There you go.
Looks legit. Who set you up here? What are you doing here?
I assume the big guy here. I got a key card from him.
All right. I see what you're talking about. All right, take a seat. You here to play? Or you here to play?
I'm here to play, obviously. Where else would I come up?
That's all right. Yeah, we'll need a bit of a buy-in. How much money you got?
Does 500 credits count?
500 credits, all right. Yeah, tell you what. Biggie, move from the table. You've already lost anyways. I'll buy you out. It's all right. As he slides over what looks to be 25 credits. And he goes, all right, and buys himself out.
Oh.
Now, as you see, you look at the tower of money and credits. It seems that this guy was going to lose soon, and he buys him out.
Okay.
You can sit at the table. So, he goes, my deal. He starts to deal cards to everyone. The game's Texas Hold'em. Give me 2 rolls, D20.
Okay. Okay. I got a 12 and a 2.
12 and a 2. As you pull a 12 and a 2, your first card, a king. It's a king of clubs. Second card, 2 of spades.
Yo, I don't know how to play Texas Hold'em in real life. This is gonna be hard.
No worries. Don't worry. No need to actually know how to play. I'm going to
Okay.
tell you how you goes. He goes, let me flip the first card. As everyone is already annied up, and they've kind of pushed you to do an Annie as well. Now, give me... Does Cassie know how to play Texas Hold'em, or does Cassie have no idea?
No, I don't think she
No?
knows. It's not something
Give
we
me-
taught in school.
Give me a insight check. You're going to try to learn the game as it goes.
Oh, lordy. Oh, okay. Let me see what I add to that. Okay, absolutely 0, but it's an 18.
Okay. You notice the person to your left seems to be putting in a larger amount of coin. The person to that left puts a smaller, and then someone beside him, there's only 4 players, including you, puts somewhere in the middle. Your insight says that you should put somewhere in the middle, matching the man to your right.
I do it.
You push in your Annie as he flips the first card, passing as everybody taps on the table. As you tap on the table, mimicking them.
So,
He flips the first card, flips the second card, then flips the third. When you notice this, you notice a king approaches on the table. The other 2 cards are a 1 and a 5. Okay? I would tell you the suit, but at this moment, it doesn't matter. Okay? At the moment, you see your hand and you have a pair of kings. The person goes, "I'll bet," puts 100 credits forward. The man to your right has started the bet and looks at you. And he goes, "Cool."
I'm in as well.
You go ahead and slide 100 credits forward.
Yes.
The other guy goes, "All right, shit, not going to make this." Throws his cards, and he goes, "Hey, I like those cards. Don't throw them away. Put them in the middle. Don't disrespect the table." He goes, "All right, I understand." The third one's like, "Call." Puts it forward. He goes, "I'll raise it." Man to your right, the one you talked to before, "I'll raise it." You can go ahead and put another 50 in. Everybody else call.
I'll match.
You match it. The man in front of you goes, "Oh no, they ain't got nothing," and rolls 2 more. Another card comes over. As he flips, and you see a king approach. You no longer have a pair, you have 3 kings. As he goes, 2 kings on the fell. Not bad.
Interesting.
Give me an insight check now.
17.
17. He gives you an eye, and he looks at you, and he's like, that somebody's got that king at this table. He winks at you, but not intentionally. It's almost like he's stopping a wink as he does it. You notice, as I look at the chat that you guys saw where I was going before, you notice a tell. It seems he is lying, trying to deceive you that he has the other king. But you have a king yourself, and 2 on the felt. But it does seem he is trying to deceive you.
Well, I can tell by your face there, mister, that if anyone has a king, it isn't you.
You gonna call my bluff?
I'm calling it.
He looks at your chips and he goes, 500, right?
500.
Nah, I can match that. Still have some left over. He pulls forward and he goes, 500. There. You in or you out? Gonna have to go all in if you want to see my cards.
Oh, I'm all in.
You push the rest of your chips going 500. I have 2 here. Okay? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's a 5th card. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but there are 5 cards that are on the felt in Texas Hold'em. But I think that I'm right on that. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. But if I roll...
Nick's from Texas. He ought to know.
You're asking how many cards there are?
I think
Yeah.
it's 5 on the felt, correct? I don't want to be wrong here.
Yeah. You
5, yeah.
1, then you burn it, and 3, then burn another
Yeah.
one.
I'm going to roll this. If I roll above an 11, you're going to get another king, which will give you 4 of a kind, an immediate win. Okay? But if I don't, it could mean he has the other king. But he has tried to deceive you, it looks like. Okay. He flips the cards. The card on the felt reads a 2. Remind me of your cards again?
A king and a 2.
Right. He flips his card forward. You see on the felt an ace. As he flips the next card, you see he has a king. Matching your pair, or matching each of you having a king. You having 1, 2 on the felt, and another. All 4 kings are in play at this point. But you notice on the felt as well, a 2. You have 2 pair, the 2s, and then finally 3 of a kind. Go ahead and take your credits of 1,000 credits right there. I will say, little bit, it's 1,012 because of the Annie and stuff.
1,012. Okay.
I think I did my math there. If not, whatever, you get 1,012. I actually think I gave you more, whatever. We think.
I also love Cassie just checked because she saw the people tapping.
Yeah.
Now, that was an interesting round there. I've
Right.
never seen 4 kings in play.
Never seen 4 kings in play? You must not play much.
No, I don't get around. I usually play dice.
Fair enough. Not much of a dice man myself, but you've won your winnings to care for another hand?
Maybe, but I do have a question for you, if you don't
Of
mind.
course. As he starts to shuffle and he puts the rest of the cards for the rest of the players and he goes, I'm not done. He's got several chips. He's been obviously the big man here. And he gives you 2 cards, but they are face down. If you pick them up, you're playing another round. You can't look at them until you do.
I'm
That's
looking
casino
for
rules.
yeah. I'm looking for a friend, and I thought that he would be around here.
What's your friend's name?
I don't really. Friend is a loose term. You know,
Okay.
we play a little bit. I never got the name, but he's got a fucked up face.
Fucked up face. That's a lot of people have fucked up face.
Oh,
Kinda
yeah,
rude.
it's distinctly fucked up.
As you look, he has a large scar across his face, and it looks like almost like a burn. He's like, I think a lot of people would be offended you calling people fucked up faces
No,
right there.
that's a cool face.
Right?
The burn is sexy. The scar is sexy. This dude, like, his entire chin, he has no eye.
I'm very uncomfortable that you called me sexy. I'm gonna be very clear. I don't care that your license is 22. You look 12.
Sorry,
I'm uncomfortable.
It's the height.
It's the height. Yeah, halfling. I see that. Well, again, a lot of fucked up faces. You're gonna have to be more specific. You have a name. You have any more description other than a fucked up face.
Old, like I said, distinctly no eye. It feels like he shot his chin off.
Hmm.
I think his name started with like a B or something.
B.
Can't remember
Nope.
what. I just got wasted a little bit ago.
Can't say anything. Don't really giving me next to nothing. Fucked up face, one eye. Again, if you have a fucked up face, you're probably not having an eye. Is he a pirate? That's a stupid joke. Anyways, you playing or not?
I'll play.
All right. Roll me 2 20s.
This is so stressful. Oh! Sorry. I
What'd
got
you
a
get?
17 and then a
Okay.
nat 20.
Pocket aces. I see. I can see. Greg goes, huh? As I see an eyebrow raised. Delaney, absolutely no idea, like how good that is.
I just haven't done that 20, so it means something good.
Pocket aces means 2 aces. The highest card, the best card you can pull. You have the best hand. You have a pair of aces. Best hand you can have.
We're getting money today, guys.
Before we do that, we're gonna go to Igri and Emerald. You guys did your investigation. Emerald, you see this chest. Igri, you see this bookshelf. Each of you do not see the other thing. So you guys get different rewards out of this. Who should we go first?
I lift up the
There we
bed
go.
with one hand and I pull out the chest with the other.
With one
lift-
finger.
Yeah.
You lift up the bed. Light work. Let's just say that.
Sure.
You lift up the bed and you see this chest. The drugs and gun should have been like a telltale sign that there's something going on here. But in there, it seems to be a chest. There's some credits here. First off, you're gonna get
Ooh.
1,000 credits right
Oh,
there.
jeez. A few more than I have then. Okay.
I think you have
But need to
5,
give it to
right?
the bank.
I have 13, so.
You have 13. Oh, okay, my bad. I was off a little bit by
No, you need your allowances. You just don't get money.
that.
I'll give this back to Cassius so I can get my allowance later.
You have 1,000 credits. On there, it seems there's also a journal. The journal says Jagged Eyes.
Jagged eyes. Okay.
As well as you're going to see a dagger. The dagger has what looks to be a small vial that's screwed into the blade. And it looks like the same type of vials that the drugs are kept in, the resin that you're having.
It's a dagger, and there's
The way
a
to describe
vial.
Yes. So, way to describe it, you have the hilt here. The hilt
Okay.
here, right? The blade extends here. It's a very long blade, but thin. In the middle of the blade seems to be there's like almost like a needle that you can slip the vial in and then screw it into the rest. Think of it like a
Something
blade with a
poison
syringe.
drugs.
It's almost it looks like it's a blade with a syringe attached to it that you can put some type of poison or the resin has those vials in. Something to think of it for that. But it is a dagger. And I will give you the stats for that dagger later, but it is not a weapon. It is an item.
Okay.
Igri, you see this bookshelf. Do you move it to the side?
I'll try.
You try to move it to the side, and it doesn't seem to budge, but you notice there are several books here. Give me... Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say I'll just start like pulling them off.
You pull the books. As you pull a couple here on the top shelf, pull the second on the second shelf. There's only 2 on the second shelf. On the third shelf, there's much more books. There's about 7 or 8 books, and as you pull that, one doesn't budge.
All right.
The one that doesn't budge. You read the title. And it says Scott Pilgrim's. It's like, oh, he likes comic books, but it doesn't budge.
All right. I'll see if like anything moves on it or just wiggle it or anything.
As you pull it, it seems to be almost like coming off the shelf, but you hear clicks. As you pull, the shelf starts to move forward, and the wall behind it starts to make as you look and see a secret room in the back.
I guess I'll walk in.
You walk in,
You know, you're
And
gonna
look-
die.
looks in, immediately there's a lot going on here. First off, the thing you see is you see these faces. They look like rubber faces that are attached to these heads, not real heads. They are displays only, as these rubber heads are, and behind them these glass cases that look like clothes as well as rubber skin to appear. In front of you, you see a costume. First costume you see looks exactly like Monsieur Jagged Eyes' clothes. The clothes you saw on him at the downstairs casino area. To the side looks almost like a homeless man's clothes with a beard on the head and this nasty dreaded hair that looks like it's had almost bugs in it or mites. To the left you see a table. This table has books. But these look like little journals. On these they have names. The first, Jagged Eyes. Second, Homeless Man. The third is blank, but it looks like it's the start. Which one do you pick up, or do you pick any of them at all?
You said once at the start?
Oh, one's at the start of the writing. The rest of them look full of details. The rest looks like it's almost a brand new book that only the first start of the pages have been written on.
All right.
But it has no title on the front.
I guess the one that says Jagged Eyes.
You open the Jagged Eyes book. On it is details. You see French. You see swagger. You see details of this character. And it looks like this history, almost like a synopsis of what this person is supposed to act like. It's detailing Jagged Eyes' mannerisms and his history. You see some things that you understand about him. You only have a little bit of knowledge, but it seems that as like it goes, it seems to be that the history tells a little bit of a lie. You see that there is generous in the details. There is nurturing, but you did not see that in his demeanor that you saw before. These words have little asterisks on the side. As you look to the top, you see an asterisk, and it looks almost like a table of contents. The asterisk showing details to be rid of. Okay? Do you look at the other books?
I'll kind of like glance at them, like just open and just glance at them, kind of.
You look at the other books. The books are similar layouts. There's asterisks of details to take away. It basically says homeless, crazy, details of this character and these rubber suits that he has. The last book has very tiny details, but one name on it. Okay? The only name at the top is Brad Knightley.
All right.
And you notice to the side, there's one case where a rubber mask is missing, and everything else is gone.
All right. Emerald, we may have a problem.
I'm on
Emerald!
still.
Emerald!
You come in. Emerald, are you reading the book that you see?
Oh, of course not. Books are for nerds. I'm
Don't read that book whatsoever.
no.
I will
I'm
say
looking around
the
for
things
diary.
that you do say. You see jagged eyes on it, but it looks more like a diary.
That's about all I read. I skim through it, make sure nothing falls out of it.
It's a diary. Nothing falls out, but as you skim, it definitely looks more like there's dates at the top. It looks like a diary. You could read. The first thing you notice is that this seems to be a chronologizing of the deeds that Jagged Eyes has done. These deeds are more generous, seem to be more philanthropy driven, and they seem to be caring. That's the first thing that you're going to notice from that. But you guys walk away from this. Igri, Emerald, you have a conversation. Let's move over to Cassie Brown before Delaney has a panic attack.
Don't move over to me. I need to figure out what that is.
Okay, so you rolled. What? Remind me of the numbers you have.
Natural 20 and a 17.
Okay, so we're gonna cut through some of this. All right. You're not gonna have to ante up or anything, right? He is going. We're gonna see how much do you push forward. Do you push forward the entire 1,000 of chips or not?
I'm all in.
You're all in again. 1,000. You push forward 1,000. I'm gonna write down the numbers here. Okay. That he rolls. Okay. All right.
Look scared.
1, 2, 2. Last roll. Okay. You have 2 pocket aces, right?
Pocket aces.
2, king, jack, 1, 4. Those are what are on the felt. Okay?
One?
Sorry, not 1. I'm so stupid. I've rolled a 1, and then I just kind of did that. So 1, let's do... Let me roll again, and I'll replace that one. Easy. 10. Boom. Thank you for correcting me on that. I was like, 1. You're right. That's weird. Thank you.
I was going.
So, 2, king, jack, 10, 4. You have pocket aces. I'm going to roll his cards now, okay?
Maybe you
King
should just hold.
and 18. He has 1 ace. And he has a jack. Okay? All 4 aces. There are 4 aces now. No, sorry. You have 2 aces. He has an ace. So you have a pair of aces, and he has an 8. He has a jack. So you do not know his hand. You have to read him. At this point, he will beat you. Your hand is not strong enough to beat him. You're going to have to roll a deception check here. Now, I know that you don't know you do not know poker, right? So I'm going to say you have to convince him that your hand is higher than his. So, roll your deception, and what do you say? I'll tell, and then you'll see if you're successful, if you win or not.
I feel like someone keeps lowering my deception. It gets lower every time. I got a nat 20.
There we go. Tell me what you say.
You're looking kind of stressed over there, a little sweaty. You scared to be
it's-
beaten by a 21-year-old?
I'm 26. What are you talking about?
Hmm.
I'd be scared of a
Basically,
21-year-old.
Grandpa.
All right. I'm not too scared. Like my hand. Think you have a better one?
I think you have a worse one. Not saying if mine's good or not, but you have a tell.
And what may that be?
Oh, you don't need to know.
No,
all of
please
us
enlighten me. No, we all know. Want to make very clear. You and I are the only ones playing, so obviously they don't know my tell. Tell me, what do I tell at this table?
Oh, the way you stand, the way you sit, your posture, this little thing with your eye there. It doesn't happen when we're talking like this, but whenever you look at your cards,
He noticed you mention his eye, him being aware of his own tell, and he goes, huh. He looks at his cards. He looks at yours. You don't see the wink in it. He goes, you have a good hand then. He looks back at you. He looks down at his cards. Presses them down into the table. And slides them to the deck, and he goes, fold. As you look at the chest, as you look at the table. Now, he did not match your bet. You've put 1,000 forward, right? So you're going to get pretty much that. So go ahead, on top of that 1,000. You now have 887 credits. So all in all, 1,887 credits. You see the man look at you, and he takes the remaining group of coins, and he goes, think I'll be done for the day. Hey, good playing. I'll say this, I don't lose a lot of hands. Real quick, you said the boss man sent you up here. Who was that again?
this French dude.
Jagged Eyes?
Yeah, that's the one.
Alright.
We were
Lot
pretty
better than
evenly
what-
matched at dice.
That's good. He's a good dice player.
Yeah.
Well, I like him a lot now than what it used to be a do-gooder. So he's like, not a bad guy. And he taps your shoulder. He walks out of the room. You see the other guys kind of go, well. You kind of see like a bit of the high roller has left the table. The security guards kind of take the remainder of their money. There's a suitcase. All of them seem to have like more cash that they were willing to kind of like buy in for chips, but they've kind of like walked away. But you have your credits there. Okay? So there you go.
I just got 1,087 or 887, or is it
1,887. That's how many credits you have. Yeah. 1,887. So those are the credits that you have. On top of the credits now that Igri and Emerald have. Now, we go back. Igri, Emerald, Cassie, do you return to them to try to find them before we move on? Okay, you leave the room. Igri and Emerald.
So I go into the room now with Igri.
Igri, what do you say?
Yeah. So I was reading these books. There's a bunch of weird faces in here of, Jagged Eyes and some homeless guy. Well, there's one missing, and that book says Brad Knightley.
What? Why does it say Brad Knightley?
Well, all the other ones say who they are in front of them, so I'm assuming he's made his own Brad Knightley costume.
Oh, do you think he's a fan like Cassie? Like he dresses up or something?
Absolutely. Or he's trying to get us to trust him, and then he's going to eat us.
Does it seem like the that these are older costumes or freshly made? Because I don't know if he would have just made these with us getting here today.
Give me an investigation check.
Oof. This height, I'm just seeing everything. 21.
21. You notice that there seems to be an inconsistency with their age. The jagged eyes seems to be a newer costume. The paint's fresher. The latex seems a little bit firmer. It's
Oh, it's latex?
sorry, like latex and rubber. Sorry, so the
I
latex
was
and
fully
rubber.
convinced it was someone's actual face.
No. It's not. It's not an actual face.
No,
It's
he
made of
just ate 'em.
latex and rubber.
Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better.
This. Yeah, so you thought latex and rubber. The homeless man seems a little bit older. Okay. It's not. I wouldn't say it's like ancient by any means, but maybe like a few years older. It seems that the skin looks a little bit less real.
Now, this is more than just a face. This is the full body.
It's a full body latex suit.
Gotcha.
You look on it and it's highly detailed. Even like if you look down at the fingernails almost look like real fingernails.
I peeked to
The
see at
skin-
the top level. What's in there?
There's no crotch. It is Ken dolled.
Gotcha.
No, I've ruined your fun. I apologize.
It's okay.
But they are Ken doll.
Maybe the jagged eyes one has one. Maybe the homeless guy, it was just too far.
Yeah, you go ahead. You want to check the jagged eyes?
Well, now I have to. Sure.
Emma,
Okay,
what
you checked it?
doing?
Yeah. Looking for clues here.
Clues.
There's this giant just like zipping down these pants like, hold on.
Yeah.
We gotta check every corner of this room. Has a full book, a diary of jagged eyes. He's like, no. Gotta unzip these pants. This is the true information.
Reading is for nerds.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Igri, I found this. Not sure if it's helpful. I'll give him the journal.
You give Igri the journal.
Yeah, I drop it down to him.
So you all have this to do. I will say, there are a few loose ends that I'm going to, and this is, everybody realizes this. One, your friend is missing, or friend might be a loose term. You don't know where he's at, okay? But I'm going to just, as you kind of come out in the hall, Cassie, you notice this. You see the elevator doors. There is an elevator here that you can leave, but it looks to the right and it looks like there are stairs as it leads up. Looks like there is an access to the roof if you keep going. Now, I would say that you would have to take the elevator to the top floor, then get into the roof access, or you're gonna have to climb up a bunch of stairs because there's 1,000 floors basically. So I would tell you that, but you can see that there is a sign that says roof access, clink, and an arrow that points up to the rest of the stairs. Emerald, Igri, you too see an elevator. There is an elevator on the other side of this hallway. One closer to the edge, and you guys don't see stairs. You're closer to the room that you originally were in, the one with the blood red walls. Cassidy, do you return to them? I asked you once before. I want to make sure that that's still where you want to go.
Yeah. I'll
Okay.
return back to them.
Pretty easy to return back. Give me a perception check real quick, though.
8.
8.
Not
You
rolling
got-
so hot when the money isn't on the line.
Nope.
No. Low, but I rolled a 2. Do I give this to you or not, or am I giving you too many successes here?
I'm happy just to be skipping down the halls until I see a door kicked in.
I'm not gonna give you this one. No, I'm not gonna give it to you. Yeah, you see a door kicked in. You look in, and Emerald, Igri are there.
Is there, by the way, is there one of the personas? Are any of them like creepy looking, like scary?
The personas that you see in the books, or the
The bodysuit.
What do you mean? The bodysuits? No, one looks exactly like Jagged Eyes. The other one looks like a homeless man. It seems to be these are some kind of like these suits are made for deception.
Okay.
You know,
They're way
but
too
they're
big
it.
for Cliff, though.
What is it?
They're way too big to put on Cliff.
Oh,
I just think it'd be funny to dress them up.
they're a little bit too big to put on Cliff,
Ah, okay.
but they could be put on somebody else, someone that's right around the size of Judas. Judas being around 6'1",
Oh.
6'2". So Emerald, you could wear it. Other people that could wear it, like there's several people that could wear it, but you're one of them.
I'm gonna take the homeless man one and just put it in my bag for now. 'Cause I'm too big for it at the moment.
Fair enough. Put that in your bag.
Do you want one of these, Igri? Before I take all the good costumes?
Yeah, no. Are you done looking through the pants there?
Yeah, no surprises. I'm good.
All right. I'm gonna real quick. I'm gonna just look and just like try to speed read through this the book that he dropped me.
Okay. You look through the book. As you look through the book, you notice that the dates that match up, there's like the top of them looks like little small paragraph. Like, today was good, had a light of, like, very simple stuff. And at the end of it, it seems to be much more of like a chart. And on the chart, the first one, it looks like people staying with us. How many, and then it looks at it as like addicts, homeless, hungry. So, and there's numbers beside it. Seems to be this is like a chart. As you look through and you thumb through the pages, every single one kind of has this. A short, like 3 to 4, like, hey, good day. We helped a lot of people. Some people came in, and they all have the same handwriting. So it looks like one person wrote these. The best assumption is that it might be Jagged Eyes. Under that, hey, helped 337 people today. That's how many are staying with us right now. This addicts, homeless, hungry. Okay? These all seem to be on that. Give me give me another insight roll. A lot of insights, perceptions today.
Insight roll 24.
24. On a 24. It's not a diary, so to speak. This is a logbook more so. It's doubling, sort of. Seems to be that this is a logbook for Monsieur Jagged Eyes. A logbook for what seems to be what looks at the end of it. Hotel Care. That's a name that puts up Hotel Care.
Right.
All right.
Okay. I don't know if Igri would know this or not, but would I get the idea? Would Igri get the idea that this could possibly be from the original Jagged Eyes, and it was being like it wasn't actually, it doesn't belong to the AI, that it belonged to somebody before.
As you say that, you realize, oh, this makes a lot of sense. The rubber suit, the journal. This seems to be this room. Might at one point have been the original room of Monsieur Jagged Eyes, and they didn't see this chest in the room before, so they didn't touch it. That's why this journal's here. This is the original Monsieur Jagged Eyes journal. What looks to be a man who is much kinder than the one that you saw. Both not just like the AI that you saw, but also like the man that you saw and talked to was a bit of a playboy, not. Yeah.
Like to eat people.
It's a bit cooler though.
That's all right.
Write in one thing real quick.
Guys, we're rich.
I know. I found a couple weeks worth of allowances.
Oh, you might want to hand those over.
I gave her the goal. I gave her the credits.
Real quick, before you give up the credits, let's do a count real quick. Cassie Brown, how much money do you have?
If I did that correctly, I have 4,014.
Ooh,
4,014. Emerald, how much do you have?
1,013.
And finally, Igri.
Igri gave Cassie all his credits whenever that he stole off the homeless man, but he's got 4 gold pieces.
4 gold pieces, which is regular gold,
Yes.
which is absolutely useless.
It's not useless. I've used it 1 piece to help find somebody.
That is true. You did. Let's
Which?
see. I am horrible at math. I probably shouldn't be a DM because of that, but I'm going to add all this up just so you guys know how much gold you have altogether.
5,014? Or,
5,027.
yeah.
Altogether,
Are you really handing over the 1,000?
Yeah,
You can keep the 13. That's still your allowance.
that's my 13 is my allowance.
Well, it's your leftover one. You'll get one. You'll get some more later.
All right, Cassie, whatever
Cassie.
you can reach, I'll give you. And I just hold up the gold and the credits.
I climb up your leg.
as you drop the credits, they're a lot larger in your hand. As you let go, they kind of go down to the original size of what they are. You know,
Ooh, that's
magic is, yeah, Cassie Brown. Goes that.
All right, I'm back to 13.
Cassie Brown, you have 5,000 gold, 5,000 credits, 5,027 credits to hold on to and use as you see fit.
She's making a life.
She's making a life for herself. She's a philanthropist. I'm going to push for another move.
All
You
right.
have multiple things you could do. You could go after Brad Knightley, or at least try to find Brad Knightley. You could go after more so the AI, trying to find him. You could leave the hotel. What is your move? I saw Igri, so I'm going to give Igri the opportunity to decide where you guys go.
Cassie, where'd you get all them credits from?
Oh, I just, you know how I said I had to take a detour?
Yeah.
I was gonna blow up the room and have us run, but they had a bunch of money, and so I learned how to play poker, and I won like 1,000 credits, almost 2,000.
Did they have more credits?
They all left.
Oh man, I was gonna go kill all of them. All right, we probably should go get on our ship and try to find some place to get out of this
Can I
town for a
check
little
that
bit.
real quick? That doesn't feel like Igri. I think when I'm insight checking is Igri, is there something up with him? Is he,
Give me an
is he a little-
insight check.
Is he a little tense? 8.
Do I need to? I don't know what I would even give.
It's too low.
Yeah, it's low.
You don't notice anything about Igri. If it was higher, I would have probably rolled something to like
I was like, man, he's a
head
little
with that.
pissed off.
But go ahead, Cassie.
Did you guys find out where Brad was?
Yeah, nothing about Brad. And I'll just walk out of there.
Well, come here real quick before we leave. Okay. There's these suits in here. They're kind of weird.
I just like everyone's like, nope. Walks out. Igri's like, whoa, hold on, Cassie, hold on. Sidebar, real quick. I love that.
Don't even check their crotches, Cassie. You check first.
Emerald took
Where's
one
it
of the
going?
suits. There was Jagged Eye's suit, and then there was another suit that's gone. But each suit had these books that said the names of like Jagged Eyes and
Oh, like diaries.
yeah. I want you to read this one, make sure I read it correctly, and I want to point at the one that says Brad Knightley.
There, Brad Knightley. It's written correctly. BRAD Knightley. NIGHTLEY.
I fall to my knees.
Do you think this is they killed Brad, or he just?
Are these suits skin?
No, I think they're just rubber. They don't feel like people's skin.
You feel it. On the outside, it feels like people's skin, but as you kind of like push them together, the inside rubs together like rubber and like latex. So
Okay.
the outside looks authentic, but the inside is it's too obvious in this state not to be able to tell.
Okay.
It's possible people's skin. I'm feeling it.
And I don't know what Emerald was
Please
looking for,
stop.
but he kept unzipping the pants. I don't know what he was looking for.
I was making sure they weren't hiding anything.
Yeah, it's his ego he was looking for. It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think anything we do with Brad, we need to be very careful if we see him because it could be a trick or a trap. And I'm kind of worried that maybe he went back in the Brad suit to our ship and is tricking everybody on our ship.
Oh. Okay. Well, how did you find me when I snuck off with Brad?
I mean, I'd put a coin in his pocket, and I have the ability to find things that I've lost.
Can you do it?
If
I
he's
know
still,
it's not going to find the fake one, but at least we'll find the real one.
depends on if he still has it in his pocket.
Oh, do you think Brad would remove stuff in his pockets? He's so scared of us.
I mean, maybe, I don't know, but I'll cast Locate Object on,
You
the,
find-
on the coin that I was looking for.
You know the coin.
Uh-huh.
Coin. You locate object and you know where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
You can follow the trail and get it. It is not too far, actually.
Okay.
I mean,
Well,
if it's on
I'm
the
just
way
going
to
to
the
say,
ship.
all right, let's go. And I'm going to start leading them. Emerald, you shrunk back to size when I cast Locate Object.
Aw.
You see this giant just like flexing, all of a sudden like, oh no! I will say, Emerald, you do kind of go down, but it is easier to check the crotches of these latex suits if you so choose. I don't know. I don't want to. I don't want to yuck your yum. I'm just saying.
Yes!
But you locate the object. Igri, I gave you kind of like the say, I'll give you the push. Do you want to go and chase this object and try to find it?
Yes.
You go find this object. It's not far. It's actually up. It is higher up into the
I knew it.
hotel.
I knew it was going to be on the roof.
All right, guys, just follow me. I know where to go.
You go. Do you go to the elevator or do you go to the stairs?
I don't know if I trust elevator. I don't know. I'm old and I don't like to walk either. What do you guys think? Stairs, elevator.
I'm going to be honest. I just got over this hangover. I don't feel like doing 1,000 steps.
All right.
So,
We're gonna have to go
More than
floor-
1,000 steps.
Do I know how many floors up I would need to go?
You will, as you pass it, you'll know.
Okay.
You could hit
I'm
the
just gonna have
top
to
and be
hit
like,
ev-
oh, I'm gonna stop it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
You
do I
can
have
hit
to
like the top and go.
every
Yeah, no.
Okay.
You hit it as you're at the 5th floor. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 34. As it climbs higher and higher as you hit, seems to be that this is a more high-tech elevator. It's bulleting up, yet you guys seem to be completely okay, not really realizing how fast you're going, other than the fact that the lights are just as 1,000 floors go.
As we're going,
Go.
I don't mind my fake hand. I mean, worst case, we cut off Brad's hand to see if it's the real Brad.
That's an idea.
That's a great idea.
well, maybe
I gotta
the
find out
chance
how
would the chance
to.
would say to keep him unharmed.
I think that should be our new way of figuring out if someone's real or not. We should cut off their hand.
It seems
Get some
ideal.
resin to
We're
support
just-
on us.
Or just grab their face and start pulling it. I don't know how if they stick or I mean if
You
you
guys
grab,
go with. You guys hit the floor. The floor is 999, right? But it looks like the number on the floor has flipped, even though you're at the top floor. And you see instead of 999, 3 6s.
No.
Bing! The door opens,
I don't think
the
that's
top
how you
floor, and you sense the coin.
All right.
You look forward and you see 2 people in front of you. The one on the left is Brad Knightley. The one on the right is Brad Knightley.
Oh,
I'm killing both of them.
Cut off both hands. Cut off both hands.
Feel free. I
Well, you know
mean,
what? Check both the crotches. One won't have a crotch.
pull down your pants.
oh my gosh. All right. You look at them and immediately, hold on. Let me
That's why he wanted my hand. He wanted your crotch. He's
let me
missing it.
detail this.
20 DM. Which one has a bulge? I rolled 20 on that investigation.
No, you didn't. Did you really?
I did.
His investigation
Oh my
has been ridiculous.
God. You don't even have a really good investigation, which is crazy. Hold on, let me draw something up here. So in front of you, you see the two Knightleys. That's kind of a cool thing. That's a good band name, Two Knightleys.
That's not
All right.
actually.
Let me get my glasses. That's what it looked like Cassie was doing. What do I see here?
The
You
first
have to
Knightly
go
to the
over,
left.
You have to get an imprint of an outline.
The first Knightly to the left seems to be in a battle, trying to bring down the other Knightly. The other Knightly resisting, kind of like as you kind of see a push and pull as they fight. One is reaching for a dagger, while the other one is reaching for a pistol on his side. They are wearing virtually exactly the same clothes. The only difference that you're really seeing is like slight discoloration just from the way that the light hits them, not necessarily any difference in the clothes. So they are virtually the same in every single way. Emerald did a nat 20 investigation.
Dirty 20.
A dirty 20.
Yeah.
That's better.
It could be Nat.
It could have been Nat. This gives me a chance at least. Okay?
All right. DM, you don't have to honor this investigation. I'm
No. I have to honor this. I will honor any roll, especially if you called for it.
I just can't remember if our Brad had a dagger or a pistol.
Oh no, they both have a dagger and a pistol. One is
Oh.
reaching for their pistol, one is reaching for their dagger. They both have both. Okay?
But which one would Brad reach for?
I'm surprised he's one to fight at all. He's kind of a coward.
Good point.
Shut your mouth.
Neither of these are Brad.
As they're fighting back and forth, you rolled a dirty 20. I will say I rolled with advantage, and thank God that I rolled with advantage because I rolled with a 1 and a 19. So you get a detail off your investigation, but it is not going to be a perfect detail. The detail that you get, one of the Knightleys seems to have a few more scars than the other one on his face. So there is a clear difference between one and the other. I do not think anyone has tried to memorize the scars on his face.
Well,
Oh, you're going to say that? You're going to say that. All those times I was just sitting by his bedside.
You know what? We'll do this. Go ahead. Roll me a history check to see if you can remember exactly the details of his face and the scarring.
With
I don't know.
advantage?
Scarring though.
I will give you with advantage, yes.
Okay. 7. Oh, wait. History?
Yes.
19.
19's pretty good. Okay. On a 19, you see the scars on the face, and you can definitely tell a difference. The one on the left has more scars than the one on the right. You remember that one of them, the one you remembered, had less scars. The one on the left has more. The one on the right has less. You remember less. Now, they are still fighting, so therefore, they're trying to kill each other, and I will take an action here, because they're going to try to kill each other.
Oh,
Whoever takes it, takes it.
I just need a second. I just need them to stop.
I
Can I cast Fog Cloud on them?
Yeah, of course. You can cast anything you want. Cast Fog Cloud. Go ahead and put that in the chat for me so I can read.
Will do.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna roll a d20 with disadvantage. The first
Good
one
idea. I just
will
need
be
to
the
stop.
the first one is going to be the left. Rolling out one. So the one on the left was unable to stab the one on the right. Same. The fog cloud has distributed as they both try to go at each other. You hear a no dropping of the body, and you three are unable to see within the fog cloud. But you don't. You just hear, hello? Igri? Emerald? Cassie? Did you go? Don't. They're not here to help you. You hear two people talking with the. What is it?
These are the two Brads talking to us?
The two Brads talking.
Gotcha.
But you don't necessarily, as they kind of like, is now, the fog cloud lasts 20-foot radius
Up to an
Up to
hour.
1 hour. If she
up
comes
to an hour. So there's no reason that your concentration would break here unless you break it yourself, but you're unable to see them. Okay?
Brad?
Cassie, hey, as you hear a bit of a scruffle, it's like, get off me! You don't talk to her. And there's just these two voices going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Okay.
Just stop.
I cast Zone of Truth into the fog cloud. And
Oh,
asked
I'll get the fog cloud out then. Because I want to see who's telling the truth.
The first Brad Knightley, they've changed. The first one is scarred all to pieces. Second one looks like Dreamboat Knightley.
Ooh.
That's what we're gonna call them. Dreamboat Knightley. And we'll say Scarred Knightley. Okay. One looks like Dreamboat, one looks like Scarred. Don't worry, I'll switch it over to Dreamboat so you guys can.
Yeah, that was weird.
As the fog dissipates,
On the left or the right?
it is on the right.
Got it.
As the other one on the left, he goes. As you see Knightley kind of like touch his face, and he goes, "Oh." And you see a hand fall down, a metallic hand, on the right, as a little creature comes about. It just sits there and looks, both at Dreamboat Knightley and Scarred Knightley, standing at the middle. Seems that the creature, which I believe that we named him Omi, correct? If I'm not mistaken. Let me see. I think I have it written here. I write everything. If I didn't, I'm probably stupid. Which wouldn't be... Makes sense.
Yep, Omi.
Omi. Yep. Okay, let me write that down. All right. Omi looks at, confused. But you are, as he kind of looks over, they kind of look at both of you. They're frantic as they are talking both for you. Hear Dreamboat going, "What'd you do to me? Did you?" And you see a syringe in his arm as he pulls it out, and you go, "Why would you do that? You knew they were onto you." And they're going back and forth. They're yelling. They're talking to each other, but they are about 5 steps away from each other.
What's my last name?
Easy. Brown. I knew that too. I knew that. Cassie Brown.
Okay. Even in the zone of
Hold
truth?
on. I will say, yeah, both of them, Zone of Truth is still there, so they have to tell the truth.
Oh no, they get a charisma save.
Yeah.
Not on this one. There's a reason why.
Ah, okay.
They will have to tell the truth.
What happened in our ship before the war? What happened in your ship before the war? With us.
In my ship before the war. Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about now. He goes, as you see Dreamboat goes, do I have to talk about it? As you see the scarred one goes, I'll talk about it. I tried to put a bullet in my head. And he goes, that you... he looks at him, he goes, Cassie, please. I'm the real Knightley. Ask me anything else. I'll answer. I'm sorry. Please. Who asks the next question?
I don't think I need to.
You don't have to ask questions. You can attack. You can shoot them if you want.
Who's the new captain of your ship?
You see the scarred Knightley looks and goes, I don't know what you're talking about. I've always been the captain of my ship. And then you see Dreamboat go, it's Cliff! Cliff's an asshole! He stabbed me! And he just immediately, it's like, it's me! It's like, and you see this frantic as he says Cliff is commanding his ship right now.
I go to try to cut the hand off the one that didn't say Cliff.
You cut the hand off. Give me...
What? Oh, okay.
No. You're going to go to cut the hand off.
I'm going to try.
Give me an attack roll. Hold on 1 second. You have to beat his AC, of course. I'm just telling you the AC right now.
Oh, not great.
Oh, you already rolled. Okay, no worries.
Excited. Cut hand off.
All right, Vader.
I
We can't have one.
You are wearing all black. So you went after Scarred Knightley, correct?
Yeah.
As you go to cut off the hand, you see that unfortunately he pulls back.
I shoot him.
And you're unable. Give me an attack roll.
And I'm going to do it with my new gun.
Nice.
Oh, I don't have it in here, so I'm just going to do the laser revolver.
Yeah, just do the laser revolver. Yeah, I wasn't able to use that one quite yet because there's something special I'm going to put on for you. 13. You see him dodge the bullet there too. But as the bullet comes through, it singes his face. As it goes away, you see flapping of his skin. And under it, you see metal, red and white. As it looks like he looks at you, and you see that green eyes of Knightley, one eye missing, and one eye there. As the missing eye starts to appear and tear away, and you see dark blood red eyes. And he goes, not bad. There seems to be a heat coming off of the body as the latex and clothes burn away. And you see Judas. Knightley, Dreamboat Knightley, stands there. He has his gun on his side. And he has it directly pressed against the side of the head of Judas. Cassie, you too have your gun pointed. Emerald, you're maybe
if I could get to the head, I would.
Emerald, you're maybe a step away from him as you try to chop off his hand. You're very, very close to him, as close as Knightley. All right?
Okay.
So I'm going to remind you, I want to put right here, remind you guys what he looks like, because he's just too creepy not to. There you go.
That's pretty cool.
Boom. Judas.
But not only does he look like that, he has like dead person skin like tearing off of him, and he looks like that too.
He has the rubber on his. They've all burnt away a little bit, but there's definitely like what looks to be kind of like remnants of skin pressed up, as like it's melted onto him. Clothes have burned away as he's like completely naked.
Oh yeah.
I know,
Kindle.
it's kind of gross.
Kindle or is he swinging?
I don't want to answer this question.
Roll for it.
He's definitely swinging.
Roll for dick size, fine.
You gotta.
He's packing. He's packing. Unfortunately, he's swinging.
It's just how us synthetics are.
Cassie, I'm gonna put my hand over Cassie's eyes. Don't look at that, Cassie.
Thank you. I can't put my gun down.
Still pointing your gun, but you're just like ah. But he looks at you all and he has this moment. Okay. As you all kind of sit there, you see his lips perk up. Everybody give me a charisma saving throw.
It's not one of my best ones.
Not one again. 6.
Nat 20 again.
16.
Look, like my 4. It's my new dice too.
The new dice, they're
New
loaded.
dice. A nice little blue.
You all, so all right. Who did anybody? You said
I got a 6 total. Nat 1.
Cassie. You rolled a nat 20 though, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Can I, with my Nat 20, help them?
Unfortunately, no.
I got a 16.
You all, you see his lips perk, and he goes, starts to whistle a little bit, just like a slight tune, something small. Emerald, you start to bob, irresistibly, so to speak. Igri, you start to fist bumping Emerald. Apparently, this is the vibe. Igri, I'm gonna give you an option that I'm not gonna give the rest as an Arcana check. Go ahead and roll that. Cassie, you do not bob. Igri, you do.
Just a 9 on that Arcana.
9. You understand what the spell is that he is casting, but I'm not going to give you any more. He is casting Otto's Irresistible Dance. Okay? But all... And I will also say this, it seems unique to you, but I'm not going to tell you why it's unique. Something you might have to investigate and think about.
Earmuffs.
Are dancing.
A party dancing, Igri kind of doing whatever dance he's doing. Cassie still bullet gun trained, ready to fire. Brad Knightley kind of vibing, even though there's no music, even though he's just kind of. He looks at you, Cassie Brown, Judas, and he pulls out what looks to be a bow from a violin. At the tip of the violin bow, there's a spike at the end, a silver spike, sharp. And he goes, and he holds it with one finger. He looks at you, Cassie Brown. He goes, "Oh, you all are just so much fun." He licks his lips and he goes, "Cassie Brown, I see all here and know all, and I think that I realize that you like to play games. Would that be correct?"
For fun. I don't particularly like this game.
But I find this so much fun. He looks over to the bladed bow and he goes, "You know, to kill a man, it takes what? The depth of a finger? This blade at the tip of my bow is definitely longer than the depth of a finger. Do you
Reason-
think that if I push forward, would I kill him before you pull the trigger? What do you think?
No.
My hand is already pushing down. You move 1 inch and it's there.
Then I will give you a bet here and now. I will give you information on myself and the rest and my brothers and sisters. All you have to do is let me leave. If you do not, I will attempt to stab Knightley. I may be successful and I may not. Before I do, please make your choice. As he pushes it slightly forward. And it's not, you can tell there's no aggression behind it. But as kind of like Brad dances, you can see that the dance is almost slowing. So it's almost like less of a breath as he's like trying to resist it. The blade presses against his throat.
Already made the decision. And I put my gun down.
You put your gun down. He goes, ooh, ooh, that was not what I expected. Cassie Brown, you are just lovely. Pulls it forward and he goes, okay. I'll tell you one thing.
You said
And
on
you-
everything.
Of course, on all of my brothers and sisters, I'll give you information, and I will tell you one thing that pertains to all of them. And you ask one question. That fair?
I'm starting to like this game.
Of course. He waves his hand, and all of you are no longer dancing. And he goes, the deal has been made. That's what I like to know. Good. Ask your question first.
I thought you were going to tell me the information and then I would ask a question.
Would
a
you like
follow-up.
that? Would you
Very
like
much.
that? Of
Yes.
course. Of course. I'll tell you it exactly. The first thing that I would like to tell you is the physical state of us all. How you may kill us if you so choose. The first, myself, is easy. I am here. All of me in this body. To kill me is as simple as killing anybody else. I am as human, I am as mortal as anybody else. I have taken the plunge to be mortal. That is the first information I will give you. My sister. My sister is different from I, for she does not have an AI counterpart. If you take down her, you must take down her entire hardware. Now, my brother. My brother, well, he has split his consciousness into two. That of a pure AI, and that of the clown that he parades himself as. Next, I'll allow you to ask a question, but before I do, I'd like you to do something for me. A little fun game for myself, if you will. Cassie, I'd like to ask you to shoot me, please.
And this won't go against what we have?
Humor me.
I raise it up. And I look for his eyes to make sure he's not bluffing.
He stares directly at you.
And I shoot him.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, okay. 14.
14. Okay. It's going to. I gotta roll something here. How many hit points do you have?
33, but I have 6 temp HP.
Okay, you take 25 points of damage
Nope.
as you go. Ooh, burned a little, huh? I just thought I would show you a little bit of fun. Each of us are different and unique. And I wanted to show you what you'll be up against if you go against us. You've met my brother. My brother is fun and enjoyable, but he is, since being in the clown, he's more about his business than I would be. I like to play ever since I've gotten a body. Is this really a battle that you want? You do not need an answer. But I want you to think of that. Go ahead and ask your question.
You sure just one?
One is all that I will give you. You're more than welcome to ask more. But I believe you may have just asked me a question there.
No. That was a clarification.
No, that was a question.
No,
I'll
no.
honor it. I'll honor it. It's okay. I just want to make sure you knew.
I was just clarifying. My question.
Of course.
You say you showed me this special ability of yours.
Yes.
Your brother and sister. What do they have?
My brother can replicate himself when the night falls into multiple forms. My sister controls machines and hardware unlike any of us. She has a gift of communication with other technology. We command, she controls. But I believe that was the end of our deal, correct?
Correct.
Good. He goes to put his hand, and he gives you a little handshake. He takes his hand away and he licks his fingers. And he goes, I will be on my way now. Don't forget, I'll help you make a name for Mr. Knightley. As he picks up the remaining of the clothes that have burned off of him, he walks towards the roof access. Now, it would be unfair of a DM to not give you guys the opportunity to attack here. Cassie, you saw what would happen. Igri and Emerald, you don't know. So I'll give you an opportunity. You do not have Otto's Irresistible Dance cast on you.
True. But I heard the deal that they made. Like, I was conscious during the day.
You're conscious, yes.
Okay. I don't think I'd go after him then.
Okay. Igri, do you push for combat or no?
No. But if he walks out and walks off, I'm gonna run like I was gonna fight him.
So you're not gonna actually like push for combat, but you're gonna be aggressive towards him.
No, after he's gone.
Oh, okay. So he goes ahead and it's just a ladder that he climbs up. Now he's large. He's actually a little bit larger than Emerald. He's like 6'4", where Emerald's a little bit shorter than that. But
Yay.
he goes to go to the access and he leaves. You all are standing there with Knightley, and he goes, "Okay, we got to get out of here." Okay, what floor did you guys originally on?
Does he seem kind of like amped up, like he's on drugs, like because he?
Yeah, he's been amped up. He's like, "We gotta go. We have to go. Come on, we have to get out of here." And he starts to run towards the elevator.
Cassie, I know that was pretty convincing that was Judas, but are we sure this is the right Brad? I can still cut off his hand.
That might not be a bad idea.
Just to be sure. It could be a trick.
To the
It's
distance,
right
you
path.
hear a bing. He's gotten on the elevator.
Let's just go.
Son, I'm gonna
All right,
kill
let's follow.
And I'm
Bing.
sorry, guys.
you. Now we gotta
The
go
doors-
down the stairs.
The doors close, and he's already going down. Now, there are 2 elevators. You could go after the other elevator, which is on the farther end of the floor. Or you could take the stairs.
We'll just wait for the elevator.
We can take the other elevator. Why are
Yeah.
we waiting for this one?
We're like waiting. If we're waiting, can I go up the access ladder just to peek at where?
Yeah, sure. You
I
go
thought
to
it was
peek.
like up there.
What's the sky
You-
look like?
It's a regular roof, and it seems to be that there's some kind of hovercraft going out of the distance as you go.
There's
It
like,
just seems he's flown away. Just peek. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But at that, you just hear. Now we just see a little bit of. Hold on. I think this is funny, so I'm going to do this. We just see Cassie Brown and Igri standing there, and Emerald joins later, and yeah, you guys are waiting on an elevator.
Yeah. Sure, it's taking a while.
Yeah. So
It
what do you
seems
guys
like
want to do now? Waiting on an elevator.
Guys, I'm sorry I made that deal, but it was either let him go and no one was harmed, or it was,
I was gonna kill him.
well, he was going to kill you.
No,
He had a blade up to your neck.
not me.
Yeah, he did.
I think
You
it's
just
best
hurt.
to leave. I don't think any of these guys will want to fight on their own terms.
It was at the
Bing.
Brad Knightley's
Elevator.
right? The blade was right?
Closer. Yeah. It was the pointed bow was towards Knightley.
Oh, I'm just totally lying.
Oh, okay.
I hop
doesn't-
on.
You don't even know. I was gonna just dead.
I know, but I just,
Bing. The elevator gets closer.
we would have, there was other plans in place. We'll get the other outlaws and then we'll do it.
But will
I-
we?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we just gotta go find this dwarf guy and then
What
get
if
the hell out of here.
Bing.
what if he's the dwarf guy?
The elevator's open.
No, Emerald can cut his hand off. Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
You guys go in as it goes bing, bing. You notice that the floor that he went to was the 5th floor, the floor that you originally were on.
Why did he stop there? He's stupid.
I assume you go back. Do you guys go back to the 5th floor?
Yeah, we'll go
Yeah.
over there. I
How
guess
did you know we were on the 5th floor?
We'll see, huh?
Emerald
As
did
you
have
guys-
to cut his hand off.
Yeah.
As you go down, bing.
Oh,
Bing,
I
bing.
think you guys found resin, but
Yeah. Emerald's got it. I didn't even see it.
We got the guns and the drugs. I
Yeah.
only gave you
Guns and drugs. The doors open, and you see when you go out to the 5th floor, you see all the doors that were originally closed by key cards are open now. Okay, not every single one, but several of them. In them, you start to see these people. Some of them, actually most of them, have arms or toes or legs or an ear missing, dismembered here and there.
Spending on these people. Hey, Cassie, throw that grenade. Let's get out of here.
Yeah. I'll peer into 584, throw a grenade, but then let's go.
All right. Wait, yeah. If they're in there, we're gonna steal their money, right?
Can I go?
Oh,
Can I go back into my
yeah.
room here, Shane, and get my shot that's poisoned back because we just left it on
Yeah.
the table.
Feel free, Emerald, go in there.
Do we see
As you walk, you do see Brad in the room that was a bit ajar. He's helping a dismembered man with one arm missing and shiny eyes as he puts glasses on with one arm. And you see a familiar face.
Brad is so.
Oh,
Monsieur Jagged Eyes.
he done ate one of his arms.
He puts his glasses on, the twirly mustache hits, and he goes, "Oh. Well, this is a surprise. I did not expect so many visitors." As he kind of like changes himself and he's like almost completely like no clothes. Other than like some underwear on, and he has like a robe on that he's trying to protect his innocence, so, like trying to cover himself up. And he's like, "Oh well, this is not what I expected."
I'm gonna walk up and pinch his skin and pull on it.
Yeah.
That's not so hard. Gee, that's not very nice of you. And he's completely mortal.
I'm gonna give him a side eye, just like,
Yes, I don't know you. What is
You shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
I don't know how to do that. I'm so confused. Who yes. What? Hello. Yes. What
Were
can
we-
I do for you?
Do you remember how I beat you in dice?
I apologize. I don't play dice. I'm not a gambling man, per se. I find the whole thing barbaric. It's not something that, as Knightley kind of interrupts, he goes, "Cassie, please. I feel like I should explain. This is Monsieur Jagged Eyes.
Oh, you're a real person?
Yeah, he's a real person. You guys didn't go after. This is a real guy. Okay, how do I explain all this? So, when you all were taken captive and knocked out, I don't. Essentially, I've done a lot of drugs, so it takes a lot to knock me out with other drugs. He's like, and Monsieur is like, again, if you're an addict, we could definitely. He's like, this is not the time. Please stop talking, Frenchman. Anyways, we have to get people out of here. We got to get the ship here. Everybody here is in danger. We have to get out, please.
We don't got enough room.
No. Okay.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Don't say that.
Cassie,
I don't know
No,
what to do here.
Cassie, grown-ups are talking. Hold on.
Wow.
Ingrid, I'm gonna pistol whip you. Monster, you're coming with us. Let's go.
He's
I
like,
have the
well.
money.
It's like, do you have clothes? This is embarrassing. I wouldn't want to. Not. Oh, please don't. As you start to see like these people who are all like dismembered, and he goes, oh no, and he kind of like he drops the robe immediately, and of course he's still clothed somewhat. He has like some lower bottoms, and it looks like
Oh,
he
Brad,
has like some torn pants.
Brad, give him your shirt.
And Knightley immediately is like, yeah, I totally should. As he takes his jacket off that he has that's like buttoned to like his neck, he has a turtleneck on that he takes off, and immediately he has this a little bit of a baggy tank top
Snapping
on.
photos.
Yeah.
I gotta explain how hot this guy is. As he takes off, you see like rippling muscles and sweat come off.
Yeah. Abs go
as,
through the turtleneck.
as he lifts, you see just like a little bit of abs at the bottom. But you see Monsieur Jagged Eyes starting to help these people immediately, and he's like, "Oh no, Larry, this is not. you start to see almost like this nurturing come off of this man. It is immediate sense of like him protecting these people.
Okay,
He's like,
we gotta go.
And Knightley's like, yeah, we definitely need to go. Here, take my clothes. I'm gonna just. Can you get the ship here? I'm gonna help these people down. Okay.
No, you're coming with us, Brad.
Is this really necessary, Emerald? Okay.
One of you, I'll stay here with Brad. You guys go get the ship.
Fair. Is that okay?
It's
All
fine.
right.
Okay. Yeah. Cassie, please. Let's You help those people. I'm gonna help these people. He runs off. He does not. He's immediately trying to help people. You see these addicts and these people homeless. It's hard. It's easy to tell. A lot of these people have been dismembered, but it seems that these are the lowest of the low. These are the people who are on the outskirts of this world already. You know, this world is full of ne'er-do-wells and nasty people. These seem to be the lowest of the low on this totem pole. The addicts who are moments away from passing, who have like been years and years of addiction. You're seeing these homeless people who've lived almost their entire lives on the street, who know nothing else. These people who...
I know where to take them.
Okay. You know where to take them?
Yeah, that gray
They-
lady seemed to like people like this.
Oh my god. God. These people...
Oh,
We're like, come on! Igri is like, there is no generosity with Igri whatsoever today. But
I don't blame them. After seeing the shells,
after you see all of these people kind of like... These people are the worst of the worst, essentially. They have the worst backgrounds. They have the worst lifestyles. They have histories. Like it's easy to tell that these people are hurting, and they, if anything, there is a distant stare that all of them have, and it just seems like this was a nail in the coffin for many of them.
Mhm.
And they're all trying to do. Cassie, you see Brad Knightley helping, kind of trying to give these people some kind of nurture. He starts to become a little bit more decrepit as he turns, and the facade of his, once beautiful self goes away as he kind of becomes skinnier and scrawnier, and you see the scars on his body start to develop again. But he's helping these people, and he's really trying to give a... You're seeing a nurturing side of Brad that's never been there. Okay? Igri, Emerald, you guys are off. I assume that you're going towards your ship. Would that be a good assumption?
Hey, Emerald, do you know how to use this thing? We can tell Delilah to start getting the ship ready.
Yeah, I got you. Then I'll ping Delilah.
Emerald, okay. Where are you? So, did you guys take the elevator down, or did you just call? Or are you staying here? Where are you going? You're going down?
Going down, yeah, make sure there ain't no, the bodyguards or bad guys down here.
Yeah, you go down to the casino area. It's completely dead.
I will also say that any of those kind of druggy people in my route, at least, I would probably just kill, because I would see that as a kindness for them.
Oh, okay. You don't see any of those people as you go down the elevator. None of them are in the casino, unless when you go through.
They're in my route. I'm not making a special trip for them. Just
Okay, just not making it. They're not on your route. You go from the casino. Wow. Okay, Emerald and Igri. There's an aggression I did not expect here. As you guys kind of go out, you kind of can hear your ship taking off in the distance. It seems that Delilah was able to move the ship at one point, out of the streets and
Off of
had
the
flown
dead
away,
bodies.
and now it's just kind of like coming back off the dead bodies. You see dead bodies there. Igri, you noticed prior your magic felt heavy, felt burden, but still effective. There was no change in it. It worked exactly the same, but it seemed a little bit stranger to you. There was this warmth from it that you were getting prior, that you were not getting prior. The warmth is not like a pleasure warmth, like from like a warm fire. It's almost like a burning with your hands. You don't necessarily, it's just at this point, it's just a fledgling, just a tingle, so to speak. As you all are at the casino, do you guys walk out of the casino, or you stay there kind of looking for anybody alive or dead?
I'm looking to see, is there a bartender?
The bartender is still there.
There's people, like, in general, is there anybody else besides him in the casino?
Just the bartender.
Hey, Emerald, do you want some more alcohol? We can just go take it.
Like, buy it, or?
No, let's just go take it.
All right. I'll follow him.
I'm going to go over there. I'm just going to start grabbing bottles, even in front of the guy.
You start grabbing bottles, and you start doing, he goes, hey, what's going on here? Hey, you're not supposed to be taking those bottles.
Hey, we got a problem? And then with Emerald standing there.
Yeah, I'll just stand there.
Hey, no problem. Give me an intimidation check. Igri with advantage.
Ugh,
You know what? I don't think it would. Yeah, with advantage.
okay.
Emerald's giving you the help action for this one.
Intimidation. Gosh, it's always so terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, 13. It was almost 19.
13. On a 13, he's like, hey, whoa. Hey, I don't get paid enough to protect the bottles. I'll tell you that. Go ahead, take the liquor. I'm not really interested. As he kind of like raises the bar and walks out. You're more than welcome. I say, Monsieur, Jagged Eyes don't pay me that much. And he starts to walk off. You feel the heat from your hands start to warm a little bit more. Igri, I'm going to kind of describe what's going on in your head. This is something that I want you to kind of hopefully listen to and move forward. When someone's angry, I feel like there's two types of anger, right? There's the immediate, what's going on here? It's a reaction, right? But then there's a slow burn. A soft realization that builds and builds and builds. Sometimes it takes a bit to allow someone to really take it all in and realize how much something has affected them. I want to point out, and I want you to think of an image. This is an image from your past. As you're stealing these bottles and you feel this rage in you building, as you kind of like, we've seen Igri's actions and behavior change, becoming from this shepherd to becoming more aggressive, being a little bit more violent. And I think that we are seeing these rise and change. And I'd like to push a memory that we did at the beginning. We see the fire of your homeworld burning. These flamethrowers from these people with symbols on their shoulder. These symbols being gold coins on their shoulders. You feel the warmth of the fire. You feel it build. And the rage of seeing people there. The rage of seeing so much pain and hurt from the worlds that you visited and the time that you've spent with your friends now has changed you. You feel the flames from your homeworld burn, but no longer just a memory inside of you. You have liquor bottles in your hands, right?
Yep.
The liquor bottles in your hand start to warm as you see the liquor start to bubble and bubble from the heat of your hands. and the glass crack and the liquor ignite. Your hands are on fire. This once peaceful, nice turtle or rage is sort of built as the fire goes on to the rest of the liquor. And you see the casino start to ignite at this bottom floor. As this comes off, we see the Camden fly in as the fire starts to rise and rise and rise, all started from Igri's hands. Cassie Brown, Brad Knightley, Monsieur Jagged Eyes, and these disabled, these crooked, these hurt people all start to line up off the stairs, helping each other one by one hop and leap onto your ship as the entirety of this building of 1,000 floors ignites with flames. Igri, Emerald, Cassie. I'm going to kind of tell what you guys do because unfortunately there is no other option other than what you guys do. You all walk away from this casino, this hotel. And as you see the flames build and build and build, and as each floor ignites, and each floor is... we see kind of the frame full of to Igri's face. These kind of dark eyes, that you would see on a turtle start to change and ignite. Igri's once normal dark eyes have turned red. And the same hands that ignited the bottles are still changed, still ignited. Igri, your subclass, what is it right now?
Circle of the Shepherd.
As we see the flames on your hands, what is your subclass now?
Circle of the Wildfire.
Exactly. We are seeing a change in Igri and Rage as we see that, and your class has changed. We see the ignition of the flames fly up as the building starts to crumble. Delilah, we see almost like a scene of them coming on as Delilah is trying to help people, her, of course, already crippled as well, helping these people on board. We see the rest of your crew helping these people as you guys fly off into the distance. Still in the atmosphere of this planet, but still just hovering above, as the entire light of red of neon is overwhelmed by the flame of the hotel. Let's switch the music, guys. Less sad.
It's a crazy thing to describe with jazz.
Jazz is a great music. I feel like it's perfect for everything.
Ruined all the good booze.
Unfortunately, Igri has. Igri, I want. This is sort of a transition for your character that we've discussed and we're going to talk about and later as well. But this is something to think about. Igri's changing. As you kind of go off into the distance, you see this planet of red neon. You know what? Let me just put this on to get that aesthetic for you guys. This planet of red neon, red and pink neon better, is lit again by the flame of this hotel. You all are looking down. You all are seeing this. As you look up, you see these ships kind of like target you as Delilah goes, "We're going to have to get out of this orbit." Oh, sorry, I forgot the voice. I'm going to kind of not do her voice as she kind of describes, like saying like, "Hey, we have to get out of the orbit because it seems that this planet has very strict laws, so to speak, on ships flying over a certain distance." So she kind of goes down and goes back into like the city itself instead of just the horizon, seeing what everything. that flame is immediately like disappears as like the buildings are just too tall. You're bathed in that red and pink neon again. Igri, give me a perception check.
Perception check. Oh, I haven't changed stuff yet. It is.
No, you don't need to
23.
change anything. Keep it the way it is. On a
23.
23, you look down and you see in neon these people. It's a little bit of change of the city. It looks like it's you see these men with guns, flamethrowers, and body armor. They are pushing and corralling these animals that you are familiar with, animals that are unique to your planet. And as they're corralling them in, you know, large elephants with like 4 trunks and tusks that come and out and curl back. You see these almost felines that look like large tigers, but they're half the size and they're almost the size of like house cats being kind of put together and put in all like pushed and put into these cages. And then the last animal that comes out, an animal that you are more familiar with than all the other ones. In lines separated by gender. Female and male turtles lined up outside of Neon City. Not in shackles. Nothing is on their ankles. And yet they walk in perfect lines. And you see no reason or rhyme why they wouldn't run away. And yet all of them stay and listen to the people who are corralling them to what looks to be the best way of describing it. It looks like a butcher's shop.
Mm-hmm.
Igri, the flames on your hands at this point have sort of like dissipated as you've kind of come control of your magic at this point. Again, Igri is a druid, unlike some other casters. His magic is innate to him, like a sorcerer's would be. You know, it comes from nature, but it is a relationship between nature and turtle or humanoid in general. Most magic for druids would be easy to control. Yours, an ignition of flame comes off your red eyes. Agree. I'm going to push for what happens here. Unable to stop yourself. You take the controls away from Delilah. You push them straight down. And the Camden is headed straight for these hunters. On that note, we are going to have to end our session here. Let me just go ahead and...
Ooh, Igor, I thought you were multi-classing for a second. Ooh. I was like, are you becoming a barbarian?
I was like, oh shit, is this synthetic this whole time with the red eyes?
We have seen a lot happen. And we have more questions, I think, than answers. Monsieur Jagged Eyes, is he this nurturing, nice person? Is he this conniving, drug-dealing, gambling man? Who knows? We're seeing two sides of the same person. Maybe there's more to know about him than we know. We're seeing the AI who may have been parading as him. We see Brad Knightley with this nurturing nature. Is this something to stay, or is this just a moment of nurturing that we're not going to see later again? I don't know. You guys don't know, but you all can find out on our very next session. Go ahead, press that like button, share button, let everybody know. We will be back next week. Actually, we will not be next week. I'm going to announce this because this will be for everybody here today. So you guys, we are going to take a slight break for the Christmas holiday to have everyone kind of give some time for the family, and we will be back in, I believe, 2 weeks, if not 2, then 3. But on that note, you guys have a lovely night. Why don't you guys say bye, my outrageous outlaws?
Adios.
Later.